Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today we're working on our Power King stump grinder, okay? Bring the camera on down here. I want to show folks what we're working on here today. Notice we have the cover off. Let me show you the cover, okay? Now the other day, I was stump grinding, and I noticed that this protective cover, this actually covers your belts and your clutch and everything, it actually started vibrating really bad, okay? And I reached down and I could feel that it was like severely loose, a lot looser than it normally feels. But it was not a safety hazard or anything. So I went ahead and finished up the job I was working on, brought the unit back home and took it apart to see what was wrong. And what I found was there's two studs that hold this thing on. One mounts right in here, one mounts right in here. And this one here had vibrated and broke the stud in half, okay? So it's no longer secure anymore. Now what we're going to do today is actually take a bigger bolt, okay, a 12 millimeter by 1.75 bolt that we had here, and we went and bought some nuts for it, and we are going to replace this rear mounted broken one, and that should make it a lot more heavy duty, a lot less subject to breaking under vibration. And for right now, we'll leave this one here in place, okay? Because if I had to replace the one up here, I'd actually have to remove this cover, and we'll save that for another day. But we got the stuff to actually replace that in the future if we need to. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll show you how we get this done. Now, folks, I have already drilled out this rear mounting hole here to accept the 12 millimeter bolt, okay? I've already done that. And I have already took a die grinder and I have wallered out this hole to where we can get the bolt in here as well, although it'll actually be coming back through this way. Now, one more thing that I think would be a great idea to keep this from possibly even happening again would be to drill and tap a 1/4 inch size hole in this bracket and drill a hole here and have at least one 1/4 inch bolt here that would come down and actually secure, okay? So then you would have 2 points here, and you'd also have something right up here that would keep that vibrating, that piece from wanting to vibrate back and forth. It'd give it an extra point of being secure. So we're gonna work on that today, and we'll get this thing back together and see how it does. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is reach back here with our 12 millimeter head bolt, and I'm going to bring it through this hole here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, okay. So now we're coming right through here, just like so. All right. Now, notice that this threads did not run all the way to the end here, so I bought plenty of washers. You bring the camera here. I bought washers, lock washers, some nuts and everything. I probably got more than what I need here today. And like I said, I got enough for in the future. If we decide to switch out the other one, we'll have plenty. So let's see if 4 washers will get us to where we need to go. Yeah, I think we're good right there with 4. I think I'll go 1 extra just in case. And then we will actually put a lock washer on and a nut. We're going to put this in place and tighten all this down. And we will actually secure this up really good. I'm going to tighten this down. I'm going to go grab a wrench right quick, and then we'll work on getting the cover in place. Okay, I got my 13 millimeter wrench here on the inside. I got a 19 millimeter here, and let's just go ahead and wrench this thing up if we can. Let me go in between the belts here if I can, maybe. Might make it a little easier. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we got that nice and tight, okay? And remember, we do have a lock washer on there. Okay, so now let me go ahead and put the old, not the old one, but the one that was not broken. I'm gonna put this one here back in place. We're gonna go ahead and use the one that it come with. And it had a locking nut here in place as well. You know what, I think it actually had a washer there. So let's go ahead and put a flat washer back on here. I'm pretty sure it did have something there, and it probably had a flat washer on this side as well. So flat washer, which I had in my hand already, and a locking nut. You might want to bring the camera around here where they can see what I'm doing. Just like so. And I will take the 13mm and we will tighten that down right quick if we can. Now this thing can move around a little bit. I want to make sure we don't have a problem with it, because it looks like it's got quite a bit of adjustment here to go up and down. So we may have to actually make an adjustment on here in a little bit when we go back together with it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna tighten it up full tightness yet. I thought we had another wrench laying here. Hang on just a minute, folks. Okay, folks, found the 14. I'm gonna go ahead and just snug it down right here right quick. If we have to move it again, we will. So make sure we can tighten it up good. Okay, that seems to be good right there. Now let's just do a, well, you know what, I'm not ready to do a test fit yet. I know what we want to do is we're gonna jam two nuts together here, and to allow the space of this spacer here. And we're just going to use this as a guide, okay? So, I'm going to jam two nuts with a lock washer in between, I do believe. Or maybe I should go flat washer, lock washer. We might just do that. We got plenty of washers here, so we can do that if we want. We'll go a nut and a flat washer with a lock washer in between. And oh, that's the wrong size nut there. I must have picked up the wrong one at the store. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're going to use this as a guide. Okay, and we're going to bring this out to the point. We're going to bring this nut out to the point where this is at before, and that should be about where we need to be. I'm thinking about right there. Okay, because that's sticking out a little bit. All right, let's tighten this down. All right. Okay, folks, I had to go get another 3/4 inch wrench or 19mm, either one. And we're just going to jam these up against one another, just like so. And now we should be ready to try to fit the cover back on. Okay. There we go, guys, right there. And that looks like that's going to be phenomenal. Exactly right where that's at. Okay, that's going to be perfect. One thing I'm going to do right quick, I like where that's at. So let me pull this back off for just a second. I'm going to reach down in there with my wrench one more time. I want to make sure I have this tightened up like I want to on this end. Uh-oh. Okay, that's perfect. Now, put this in place. There we go, guys. And now what we can do is take a lock washer and one of our, we barely had enough thread here, but it's going to be perfect. I think it's actually going to work out perfect. Take our 3/4 bolt wrench. We will tighten this down. And over here, we'll go ahead and put a flat washer back in place. And one of the 13 millimeter. So I think this will definitely be a better upgrade with the larger size bolt. But I think what we're going to do next is actually going to be the real thing that's going to prevent it from hopefully ever breaking again. Okay, so guys, that right there feels so much better. That thing was loose the other day. That actually feels more firm than it's ever been, really. Now our next move is we're going to drill a hole at some point here. We're going to pick a point right here in the middle, and we're going to drill a hole where my fingertip is, and then we're going to thread it and put a bolt where we can bolt right into that bracket. Okay, I cranked it up just to see if it's vibrating anymore, and it's not. So that's a lot better. Before, this thing was just vibrating back and forth. Now we're going to clean it up and drill and put that other bolt in place. Okay folks, we're going to drill right in this area right here. We're going to drill us a 3/16 hole, and then we will use a Okay, we're taking the cover back off now, folks. We drilled a 3/16 hole in there. We're going to pull this all back off, and we're going to drill it out to about a 1/4 inch diameter on the cover side, and then we're going to tap a 1/4 inch hole on the frame part of the side. I'll show you what we're doing, and then we're going to also, from our drilling, I'm sure we got a few filings inside the cover here. We're going to go and blow them out real good, and stay tuned and we'll show you how we get this done. Okay, we have a 1/4 inch by 20 tap here set up. We're going to go ahead and tap out this hole in this frame here. This stuff's actually pretty thick right here, and then we'll be able to bolt this down with a 1/4 inch by 20 bolt and lock washer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and if you want to step back around here with the camera, you probably see me doing this easier. We're just gonna hold it on here nice and straight till we get it started. And then we're just gonna tap ourselves some new threads in here. Okay folks, looks like we're through here. Okay, so we've actually successfully tapped ourselves some new threads here. As you can see, the tap coming through on the other side. So we will back this out, and we'll drill out the hole on the cover right quick, and then we'll put all this back together. I'm gonna go ahead and use my step bit here, guys, and drill out this to 1/4 inch diameter. Okay, we're going to take compressed air and just blow out anything, any shavings that you might have in this area. And then we'll put everything back together. Guys, just one last thing we're going to check. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I just want to show you guys. This is our new bolt going in, and we just want to make sure it doesn't hit the belt, okay? So even if it was like 2 inches long, it still wouldn't hit the belt. It'd just go down right beside it. But we're actually going to be very, very good right here, as you can see. Okay, just want to make sure if you do any modifications, always double check. Make sure you don't interfere with something in the design of it. So hang tight just a second. We'll get this cover on and tighten all this stuff down. Okay, folks, cover on. We're gonna put all 3 of these bolts on. We got the 1/4 inch one right there starting by hand. We're gonna grab our other, we have a flat washer and our locking nut right here. Right here we have our lock washer and nut going in place. And now let's just go ahead and tighten all this stuff down. Let me find the battery for this right fast. All right, that's tightened down nicely. Let's go ahead and tighten this one down. Should have brought the socket over for this. Alright, so that's nice and tight. Take our 3/4, tighten up our new one here. And guys, we're good to go. Check this one here right quick one more time. And folks, that's it. We have definitely done a quality modification here and fixed our cover. And I think it's actually fixed better than it ever has been before. Maybe Power King. If you guys end up watching this video, this might be a little tip you might want to upgrade from the factory, at least with that bottom bolt, make that stud size a little bit bigger. Then maybe make another place to secure the cover, at least on the top rail there. You got plenty of area to do that. So guys, thank you for checking out the video today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time. Have a great one. Bye-bye.